Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, this is Kai and I do nail art. If you are already a subscriber of mine, thank you so much for checking out my video. I have another work with me video here for you today. It is for this set here, which is this purple Y2K butterfly fairycore inspired set. I've been really loving this design recently, this aesthetic of like pastels plus chrome work, so I thought I would give it a try. These are the polishes I'm using. The first one is the tiny syrup gel in the color 16, then the doughy nudie white gel, and then the Vetsy C-Made polish in number 5. I'll try to link everything that I use for this design in the description down below. I'd already set aside some charms and some stickers that I thought I had wanted to use for the set. So you can see here the ones that I had picked out. Thought maybe these flowers would look good, and also those hollow stickers. But I only ended up using some of the products that I have laid out here. I start though with my prepped tips. These are just buffed and base coated. Then I go in with that syrup gel from Tiny. It's a really pretty purple. It comes from their Sunset collection. So this is one that I had purchased over Christmas break. I actually got it as a gift for Christmas from my lovely boyfriend who helps me with some of the nail stuff. Usually it's putting together like organizers or hanging up nail shelves, but he's just been very supportive of me in this nail journey. And so yeah, he got me the whole Tiny Sunset collection, which is a gorgeous set of pastels. I'll be sure to have that linked below. I got it from Zillaboo. And then I go in with the white from Doughy. I do really love this brand. I think that their syrup gels or sheer gels are just so easy to work with, especially the white. I've used some other white syrup gels before, just some ones that I found off of like Temu and things like that. And they do function well enough, but this one just self-levels so nicely and gives you an even color payoff. So I start ombreing that with the purple on the pinky and the pointer finger. For this design, I did want every nail to be slightly different, but I did want some consistency, so I went with an ombre on both the pinky and the pointer. And I'm just going in here with a little ombre brush to blend those colors together. Because these two polishes are the same consistency, they're both syrup gels, they actually blend together quite nicely. You can just kind of push the colors together and then let them settle and sit for maybe, 15 seconds before you stick them in the lamp. Then this I'm actually going in with is my third coat of the purple gel. I am off frame again. That's something I'm still working on with these work with me videos, is making sure that I'm always on frame because I'm kind of blind. I do have glasses, but I really need a new prescription. It's long overdue. So sometimes I put the nails right up to my face and I forget that I should be showing them in the viewfinder of my camera. So I skipped doing the second coat on camera just because you couldn't really see anything anyway, and this is the third coat. Now you can do just one coat with these polishes. They give a really even color, like I said. You can do a sheer purple look with just 1 or 2 coats, but I did want a bit more color payoff, so I went in with 3 coats each of the purple and the white. These tips, by the way, are the round tips from eNail Couture. I got these in one of my recent Scoops videos. I will have some of those Scoops videos linked at the end of the video if you would like to check out what I got. I've been super addicted to Scoops lately. Just watching other people get what they got in their Scoops helps me live vicariously through them so that I don't spend too much money on nail supplies. But I do have one more scoop on its way. It's a $20 scoop. I just wanted to compare it to the other scoops that I've received and see what the difference is. So here I'm going in with that Vetsy Cat Eye Gel. It's a really pretty purple with silver flakes and some purple glitter in it. It is more of like a cool toned purple, but it has sheerness to it, so really you can put any color you want underneath it, and that color underneath will peek through a bit. I'm just doing a basic velvet look here, so going around the nail with my magnet to get a really nice and even look. Then I pulled out these stickers. So these are a really great way to get that airbrushed look. I believe I got these off of AliExpress or Timo, or actually I might have purchased these ones from Betsy. I will see and find the link and put it below. But I had thought I wanted to do this butterfly airbrush look on the middle finger. You'll see later though, I actually laid on these stickers and end up almost completely covering them with charms and 3D work. So I think if I were to make these again as a set of press-ons for someone, I would just skip this step. I often have good ideas for nail designs and then they don't always turn out the way that I had envisioned at the start, which is fine. That's something that's part of the design process. But yeah, the stickers were an extra step that I really didn't need to do. But hey, you live and you learn. So now I'm going in with a top coat gel. This is the Beetles top coat. I really like it. It's not too thin, it's not too thick. It goes on super glossy and smooth. So I'm top coating to cure for just 30 seconds so that I can add some chrome powders on top of this design. I had wanted it to have that iridescent look, so I picked a couple chrome powders to try. The first one is this Mermaid Scales powder from Macart. It is this really pretty like blue teal shifting powder. I didn't love it on the nail though because it had a bit of a yellow cast to it, and over the white you can see here it just turned it very yellow looking. I think it would look a lot better over like that purple alone, but it just didn't look great over the white. So I did switch to a purple chrome powder. This is just a nice pretty iridescent purple. I think I got this mix from Temu or something. It wasn't super expensive, so it gets the job done. It's not the easiest to work with. It is a little bit more powdery, and here I am out of frame again, but I do think the overall effect is nice. I have heard really good things about like Daily Charms chrome powders. The Macart one works great, it just wasn't the color that I was looking for, so I do want to invest soon in some new chrome powders. So the powder wasn't sticking super well on this nail here, and I wish I were in frame to show you what I did to fix that. But if you actually take a little bit of alcohol and you use one of those lint-free wipes and rub it over the surface of a top-coated nail, it makes it almost sticky again so that the chrome powder will stick to the top coat. So here I've added the chrome powder, and now I am laying over a layer of top coat before I affix all my gems in my 3D work. I do this because I don't want that powder to go anywhere once I start adding things, just in case I have to wipe off some gel. I want to make sure that I preserve the chrome powder layer that I've already laid down. And it also just helps save the design underneath. If I do end up taking off a charm and I have to drill into the nail a little bit, I have a layer to drill into. So here I'm going through the charms that I picked out that were on theme, and I'm just choosing the ones that I think I will use. So I have a bunch of really pretty butterflies here, some stars, some hearts, some metal charms, some iridescent charms. All of them I think would look really good on this set, but I did end up picking just a few because I didn't want to overclutter the nails. Most of these charms are from Temu or AliExpress, and again, I will link them all below. So I just kind of lay them out on the nail, see how they look. I don't glue them down yet or anything. I just want to get a clear picture of what I'm working with before I affix anything. And this is what I decided to go with, the silver and the white on the nails that were full purple, and then the purple butterfly on the white nail. Here I'm using the Jinbei Crazy No Wipe top coat and the Macart rhinestone glue. These two in combination are some of my favorite gels to affix charms with. The rhinestone glue is super easy to use because of that applicator there. As you can see, it's a tiny nozzle, so I can just lay down a bead wherever straight from the applicator and put down my charm. I'll flash cure it, and then I'll go around the charm completely with this Jinbei No Wipe top coat. I also love this for doing 3D work. So as you can see, it is a thick consistency. There are 3 options when you look at ordering the Jinbei top coat. This one is the thick, and it holds its shape super well for 3D work. It is a little bit runny, so it does self-level, meaning it wouldn't be good for molding like flowers or anything out of it, something that really needs to hold its shape like a non-stick gel would. But this is great for those really pretty delicate swoops that you see in 3D nail art, or for, like I said, going around a charm and making sure that all the edges are sealed in. I also use this if I encapsulate bigger gems or just bigger chunkier pieces that need a nice smoothing layer over them. This gel is perfect for that. Now, even though this is my go-to, if you all have suggestions for gem glue that you really like or overlay gels that you are a big fan of, let me know. I always love trying new things. Right now, these 2 are just my go-to for fixing charms. So as I'm adding all the charms here, I'm just flash curing in between with my handy little pink nail lamp. That one I think I also got for just a couple bucks off of Temu, but it works really well for making sure that your gems stick before giving it like a full cure so they're not sliding around. Then I'm going in with another layer of that chrome powder, the same one, over my 3D elements. I just thought I wanted a little bit more shine to those other than just having the clear gel on top. And now I'm going in and I am adding more 3D elements to both the ring finger, and I will do it to the thumb finger as well. Sorry again that I'm off frame. I don't know what was with me today. I couldn't stay in frame. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. The liner brush I'm using here is actually one from a Macart set. I really like it for this kind of work. It is on the thicker side, so it's really nice for picking up a big bead of 3D gel, like this thick viscosity gel here, and laying down nice even swoops. I don't really know what to call these. I call them swoops. They're like swags if you do cake decorating, but I'm not really sure what you would call them in nail art terms other than just like 3D decoration. If anybody knows, let me know. I'd be curious to know the terminology here. But yeah, so I'm just going in, adding those 3D elements to the ring finger and the thumb finger. I really love this 3D watery look. I think it's so perfect for spring, summer set. I guess because it reminds me of the condensation on like a nice cold drink in the middle of summer. I currently live in Florida, so it is getting hot here already. I think yesterday it was 81 degrees and it's only March, so we're gearing up for another really hot summer. So now I'm going in with a metallic painting gel. This one is from Vendini. It's really nice. It is a thicker consistency, so it stays in place really well. And I'm using the Leaf Gel liner brush. This is also a really nice, thin, detailed brush. So I believe it is the long one. I will link it below though. I also recently received a PR package from Born Pretty that included their metal painting gel, and I will say it is really nice. It goes on so smoothly, it does not pool at all. I've had some trouble with some other metallic gels that have kind of pooled on the design and the lines get warped, but I've had no trouble at all with this Vendini metallic gel. This one is a bit of a thicker consistency, so you actually get almost a 3D look with it as well. And then the Born Pretty metallic gel is very, very thin. It's very thin, meaning it's great for smaller areas or even larger areas that you want to cover a lot of. Because it's such a thin consistency, you get a nice even coat when you paint with it. And so the metallic effect is just so shiny and mirror-like. You do have to let it sit. So I would say let it sit for at least 20 seconds before curing the design. That way those little metallic particles in the gel can settle and give you that mirror-like effect. So on the pinky finger, I did a little heart design, and then on the pointer finger, I'm going to do something a bit more freestyle. One thing that I've learned looks really good when you're trying to get this chrome look is to work in H shapes. So what I mean by that is I do a really long line down the middle of the nail, and then I go parallel to that line and add like another line that is running the same direction and make sort of an H shape. And then between those two lines, I add a bit more of the metallic gel just to smooth out the point where the two lines meet. And then I'll go in and add some other offshoots of lines coming from that one main line, just to make it look a little bit more organic. And I've learned a little goes a long way. So here I'm deciding whether or not I want to add a couple more smaller lines. I do add just 2 more and then stop there. You don't want it to be too busy, or else the design loses its overall shape. Then I'm just looking here through this really pretty pot of chimes that I received in my recent e-nail couture scoop, just seeing what I might want to use on this set. I did really like the iridescent pearls, and then I also thought I would pull out some little metal studs just to match with the chrome work that I've added on the other nails. So I went with a little star here to match the moon. This design is kind of all over the place, but I figure I will pull it together by sticking to a few different themes, purple and white and chrome. And then for shapes, I try to go for like hearts, stars, and butterflies. For me, it's easiest to design and wrap my head around a design when I have some consistency between every nail. So I want to make sure that if I have like 5 elements on a nail, so hearts, stars, butterflies, purple, white, and chrome, I guess that's 6 for this design, that each nail has a couple of those elements on it. That way the whole design is cohesive. So the ring finger has the moon and the stars, but I also added some little chrome stars on the middle finger to help tie in that design. I've got butterflies on the ring and the thumb finger, the chrome work on the pointer pinky finger, which matches the metallic charms that I have on the thumb finger, and then I'll also be adding a little heart charm at the end of a chain on the thumb to tie in that heart design on the pinky finger. So here I'm going in with those pearls, and I'm just adding those to a couple of the nails. I wanted the pearls to go with the nails that had the 3D swoops on them because it felt very appropriate, very watery. Here I'm just trying to figure out the placement before I actually affix them. I really want to get more of these pearl colors. I think the iridescent ones are just so pretty, but I also have so much nail stuff. I have so many nail decorations that sometimes I feel bad getting more when I know I'm never going to use all of the ones that I currently have. But there's just so much to pick from, so many styles that are always changing that I'm always wanting more. It's really a problem. There's a group of lovely nail women that are here on YouTube, and we always joke about how we need to start like a Temu Addicts Anonymous or Shopping Addicts Anonymous, because it's just so much fun to buy all these nail goodies. I do try to set myself a budget though each month so that I know exactly how much I'm spending and I'm not overspending to the point where it becomes a problem. But if you all have favorite nail decoration shops, drop them below. Enable my shopping habits. I would love to check out some new places. Usually I get my charms from like AliExpress or Temu. So now I'm going in with some little rhinestones. I will try to find these again. They're so pretty. They're like a purple and almost a periwinkle blue mix of rhinestones. Some of the bigger ones even have both colors in them. So I wanted to add these. I thought it would be perfect for this look. So I'm adding them randomly all over the nails that have the chrome work on them. I'm doing a couple different sizes here, but sticking mostly with the smaller ones, just to make sure that I'm not covering up too much of that chrome work and that the nail doesn't become too bulky. So right now when I am filming this voiceover, it is Saturday, and I'm really excited because it's the start of my spring break. So all of next week, the kids are off school, which means I also get to be off school. And I have tons of plans for new nail designs that I want to film. I recently got a PR package, like I said, from Born Pretty that had a couple different polishes that I've been wanting to try different designs with. So I'm excited to be able to do more nail stuff. Summer's coming up soon as well. During that time, I can really stock up on videos that I can use during the school year, because I do tend to get kind of busy during the school year with, my full-time job, which is teaching. Usually I have homework to grade and lessons to plan and things like that. So I don't have quite as much time for nail stuff, but over the next few months, I should have a lot coming out because I will have time with spring break and summer right around the corner. I actually can't believe it's March already. This year has just gone by so incredibly fast, and I am both not ready and ready for it to be over. So here I'm just trying to decide what other gems I wanted on the ring finger. I felt it was a little bit plain with just the moon, so I found this perfect little star mocha gem. I am absolutely loving these mocha style charms, these gemstones. They're the prettiest pastel colors with iridescence to them. I would highly recommend you look into the mocha style rhinestones. They're perfect for spring and summer. So now I'm looking at the thumbnail and pulling out some more of those little iridescent pearls to add to it. I just thought it needed something a little bit more other than the chains that I'll be adding later. While I'm doing this, what is all of your favorite trends lately with nail art, with nail designs? I always love looking at new art styles that are going around. Right now I'm really into like the moss look, and I have planned actually since last summer to do a moss nail set. I want to do something special with it. It's just kind of scaring me, the design, to be quite honest. The idea I have for it is a bit intimidating. So I haven't gotten around to filming that yet or even trying it, but I'm hoping to soon. But yeah, what kind of nail designs are you all loving lately? What trends are you following? And do you have any nail artists that you really recommend following for inspiration? One of my biggest inspos is Sansung Nails on Instagram. I'll see if I can link her profile down below. She does the most amazing sculpted 3D nail art. It's honestly, again, more of a work of art than it is really wearable nails. But she just has some of the prettiest, craziest designs. So I will definitely link her below because she is one of my biggest inspos for nail art. So now I'm just going around and sealing in all of the gems with my go-to Jin B top coat. I just go around each and every charm, even the pearls, and make sure that I seal in those edges so that there's no chance of them coming off. I also want to go over the pearls because I do find that they'll lose that iridescent shine. If you don't top coat them, it does tend to just wipe away. Speaking of new design styles, I have really been wanting to try more acrylic, but my problem is actually the smell of the monomer. I think I've talked about this before. I have a pretty sensitive nose, and so the smell of monomer really gets to me. I have tried some low odor monomers, but I haven't found one that I can really tolerate super well. So if you have any suggestions there, I'd love to hear for monomers that don't have a super strong scent to them. The whole smelling thing also actually applies to food, weirdly enough, so I feel like I have a really strong sense of taste. And one of the things that I don't like is vinegar, and it annoys my boyfriend a lot because he's always trying to get me to try different condiments or sauces, and they all have vinegar in them, and I end up hating them. So yeah, weird random facts about me. I have a strong sense of smell, sense of taste, but I do love sweets. I am definitely a dessert girl, so I like shiny nail things and I like sweets. Those are both the way to my heart. So now I am going in and doing what I thought was top coating all the nails. So I use the Beetles base and top coat. I really like both of them. They have a thicker consistency, which means that they're super easy to work with. I do like a slightly thicker top coat just because it means that everything in terms of my 3D work is going to be sealed in nice and evenly, and it'll have a good protective layer over it. So I went in here, I very carefully painstakingly did what I thought was a beautiful even layer of top coat over all of the nails. Unfortunately, it was not a top coat. As you'll see later, I finish adding the coat to all the nails, I cure them, and then I go in here with some pliers to start adding my metal work. So I wanted to attach like a chain with a charm to the thumb finger. It is a little bit extra. Honestly, the design probably could have done without this, but I wanted to add just a little extra something, and I got these little heart charms that I thought were super cute and I've been wanting to use in a set. So I'm going in here, I'm picking out the jump rings that I need to use to attach the chain to the heart. I do all that. I get everything connected, you can see here. If you like adding metal elements to your nails and you use charms and chains, I would highly recommend getting a pair of pliers. I got these ones, I believe, from Michaels. Michaels often has like a 40% off one item or 20% off your entire order coupon if you download their app. It's really handy. Usually I'll go for just like one or two things so I can use that coupon on just the one thing that I want. So I got these pliers. They were pretty cheap. I think with this sale they were probably under $10, but it comes with these thin needle nose pliers for bending the wire in your jewelry. It comes with these nippers that are good for cutting wires. There are also two other pairs of pliers in there. One is like a thicker set of pliers for flattening things down, and the other is another type of clipper. So yeah, these are just really handy if you ever want to do any sort of metal work with your nail designs. They make it so much easier than trying to use a pair of tweezers. That's what I used to use. These are just so much simpler. So I get everything prepared. I'm attaching here the little heart charm to the chain length that I want to hang it from the nail with. The thumbnail was perfect because it had that butterfly charm on it that actually has these open gaps in the wings. And so that's what inspired me to add this dangling chain, because I could attach it directly to the charm on the thumbnail here. But as I was going in and trying to add the jump ring, I was noticing it was sticking to the nail. And that's when I realized I had made a huge mistake. Instead of going with top coat, I had base coated all of the nails again. So that was a bummer, a waste of a good probably like 10 minutes of nice and evenly top coating nails. Unfortunately, with the Beetles base and top coat, they are the exact same bottle. The only difference is the label on it. I should have checked that. I do have them sitting right next to each other. I should probably change that, but I did have to go in and again top coat all of the nails. So after that whole fiasco, I went in and I attempted my second try at adding the chain to these nails. This time it was successful, and here's the thumb. I think this looks really cute. Is it practical? Definitely not. Could you wear it for night out? Absolutely, but it's definitely not the kind of nail set that you might want to wear for everyday wear. Because I had attached the chain to that thumbnail, I decided I wanted some more metalwork on another nail. I figured I'd go with consistency and add 2 little jump rings just to the other nail that had the cat eye polish on it. So here I am using a very skinny drill bit. I believe this is called a flare or flame bit. I'm using it along with my Macart hand drill. This is just a really small portable drill. It's not really good for like filing down a whole nail or anything like that. It's more for small detail work like this. Super handy. I can just pull it out. It doesn't have any plugins or anything. It's rechargeable. So I'm putting a couple holes into the tip of the nail here. I initially drilled 2 holes more towards the center of the nail. I did decide I didn't love that later on, so I end up changing the placement of the holes to be more on the side, but then I attached my little jump rings here. And again, the pliers just make this process so easy. As you can see, those really skinny needle nose pliers there allow me to get right in to where the space is between the jump ring and the nail and make sure that they're nice and closed tight. So yeah, that's the look. Here's what I have for the finished product. I actually am really happy with how this set turned out. I love the overall design. I do think some of the 3D elements were lost when I accidentally base coated the whole nail and had to go in with another layer of top coat. So these will be up on my Etsy, and I'll make sure for that set that I don't accidentally base coat, and so those 3D elements will stick out more. I really appreciate all of you guys sticking around and watching my work with me video. I'm excited to do more of these. I really love designing nails. It's my favorite part. And if there are any designs that you would like to see me recreate, please share them. Please comment them down below. Love to see some new trends and try out something maybe a bit out of my comfort zone. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like my work and want to subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it. I can't believe I'm already at 300 subscribers. That's crazy to me. But I really appreciate all of you who hang out with me and support these videos, and I will see you all next time. Bye!